You are looking live at Haverhill Valley Ice Arena, where the New Jersey Rockets U19 AA Girls continue their preliminary round play in the NGHL MLK Weekend Tournament. Hi everybody, it's Joe Rizzo bringing you the action as the Rockets get set to take on the Queen City Royals from Charlotte, North Carolina. Rockets are clad in their black jerseys. They have red across the top of the shoulders. Red numerals outlined in white. Black pants, black socks with a thick red stripe. Black helmets. Emma Lacey will be in goal for the early game as the Rockets have split the first two. The Royals, clad in uniforms that resemble the Vegas Golden Knights. White jerseys, gray numerals, gray lettering for the names. White socks mainly, but with some gold or yellow on the bottom, and black pants. Black helmets for both teams. Rockets on the first day of the tournament kicked it off with a win over the New England Wildcats by a 5-1 score. And in the afternoon game, they fell 5-2 to the Little Flyers from Philadelphia. What that means is they walk into this game with 3 tournament points, and still at this point they hold their own fate to advance to the next round, which would be on Monday. If they make the top 4, they'll play a semifinal game in the morning, and if they win that, they'll play for the chip, the championship. Gabriella Cohen will be the starter in net for the Royals. So if the Rockets are able to get a regulation win in this game, that would put them in position for their afternoon game with the Princeton Tiger Lilies to really control their fate. But they do anyway. Cici Nieves on the dot, Luisa Rizzo left wing, Mia Rodriguez right wing. The defense pair, Kira Redmond and Grace Matone. Liftoff, period 1. Redmond on the far side wing beats Flory on the one-on-one, and the puck sent in over the line. Worked around the end boards, but picked off by Matone. Luisa Rizzo over there, centering feed, but Flory picks it off, chips it out of the zone. Royals in their first 2 games didn't come up with a win. A couple of tight contests against good opponents. So we're expecting a pretty evenly matched battle here. And the Rockets, if you're just tuning in black, the Queen City Royals from Charlotte, North Carolina in the lighter jerseys. Tittle will bring it in over the line, puts on the brakes, looking for somebody in the middle. Takes a shot that doesn't get through traffic as it hit some Rocket player's shin pads. Loose in front, and Emma Lacey just dives on it to cover up. Wasn't really a shot, just a trickling puck. Rockets will change it up. On the forward lines at least. The defense pair had already changed. Peyton Jacobus and Lauren Fox on D. Now Grace Ulrich taking the face-off, Haley Connolly and Izzy Cook up front. Rockets going in this tournament with 2 defense pairs. As it's loose in front, Lacey uses the paddle of the stick to knock it away. Ulrich chips it out. Pieri picks it up, banks it off the boards, but Ulrich picks it off. Grace Ulrich moves in, into the slot, wrist shot, knocked down by Pieri. Cook picks it up, she shoots and scores! Izzy Cook puts the Rockets up 1-0 with 13:39 left in period 1. The Rockets break out on top, courtesy of number 23. And they're celebrating in the bayou. So Izzy Cook picks up the blocked shot and deposits it into the blocker side past Gabriella Cohen, and the Rockets jump out to a 1-0 lead. And in these tournament games, you want to try to front run. You want to get a lead, put pressure on the opponents, and there's a few things that matter. There's standings points. You get 3 for a win. You get 2 for a shootout win. If the game is tied at the end of regulation, they play a shootout. It's loose in front. Connolly was there but couldn't quite get to it. Matone keeps it in between the points, and Cook is down there battling for it below the end line with Pieri. Comes to the near side wing at the corner. Hockaday trying to move it out, but two Rockets there are a little too much. Connolly knocks away Pieri's attempt to move it up the boards. Ulrich picks it up and reverses it. Hockaday now looking, sends it up the middle, but Connolly picks that off and keeps it in at the point for a moment. It's knocked down, and finally Hockaday gets it out. Near side wall, Hockaday battles with Hope Menikillo, and Redmond picks it up. She sends it in as she's off for a change, and going back to get it is Tessa King. There's two Kings. They're not related. There's two Nolets, and I didn't get if they were related actually, so maybe we'll try to figure that one out for you for the Queen City side if you're watching from there, down in North Carolina or other parts. We're glad that you've joined us today. Here comes Cici Nieves, breaking out, has Hansen down the middle, looking. Hansen and Menikillo stationed in front of the net. Jacobus off the pass, tried to shoot it but couldn't get it through traffic, and the Royals clear it. Rockets up 1-0 on the early going here. Izzy Cook scored 121 into the game. Rockets ice it, and they'll have a face-off in front of Emma Lacey. The circle to her right, number 7 in black. You see her adjusting the equipment and clearing the snow in front of her crease. Rockets change it up. Ulrich now on the dot. Rodriguez and Rizzo in the slot, ready to jump out to the points. Referee is having a little discussion here. I'm not sure what they're looking at, but they're going to go over to the benches and maybe explain something. And they are actually going to face this off in the Queen City zone. So perhaps it was not an icing, which means that when that puck was sent in, it was the Rockets player had cleared the red line. So if it's an errant whistle, usually they'll face it off at center. There's a shot redirected and a save by Cohen. So typically what they would do if they made an errant whistle is they would face it off in the center zone. But since the Rockets would have had possession there, maybe they elected to do that. Dangerous pass there, but Jacobus jumped in to keep it up front. And now they pick this one off, and the Royals will move out 3-on-2. Fox and Jacobus are back. Shot goes just wide. It was Corcoran working with Graham over there. Rizzo now jumps on it in the neutral zone and sends it in. 2-on-4. It's worked around the end boards and comes up to the near side. Corcoran bumped off by Rizzo there. That forces the turnover. The streaking Nieves with Rizzo. Does she see her? It just didn't develop or materialize the way that the Rockets would have liked. They had possession for a moment. Rizzo was trying to move in front. Connolly's out there as well, so Rizzo's going to hustle off and complete the change here as Izzy Cook jumps on. 11:39. The clock is not moving. The clock is not moving. Now it's moving. It's like they heard me. Matone down the middle. Corcoran. That's Cohen with the save, rather. And she kicked it away. It was swept away. Rockets were looking for the rebound right there. Didn't happen. Connolly for Nieves. 1-on-2. Has to dump it to the near side corner. Nieves will recover her own dump in. Looking for someone down the window. Sends it at net. Cohen knocked it away. Regained there in the slot by Connolly. Her shot couldn't get through traffic. Tittle is going to bring it up. They're offside over there, but no call as the puck was kept in. Tittle moved it forward with her skate and her stick, and the Rockets will essentially nullify that play anyway by getting it in and dumping it in. Cook dumped it right on net. Cohen saw it all the way and kicked it away, but you got to keep your eye on those things because pucks take funny bounces. This one sent all the way down. It's maybe going to be an icing, but that puck is dying as it's going down, and it does have enough juice to get there for the icing. So 10:32 left, period 1. a little added time because they played about a minute without the clock running. And at the moment I noticed it and brought that to you on YouTube, the clock operator seemed to notice as well. Rockets win the faceoff. Jacobus gets it between the points off the pass from Hansen and dumps it to the far corner. Menikillo over there, 1-on-2, and now it's picked up by Corcoran. And she banks it to Graham, who's looking up and trying to go across ice. She found Hockaday over there, but they got it knocked out of the zone, the Royals did, as soon as they brought it in. Sent on net, Lacey steers it aside. Fox picks it up, gets it past Hockaday and up to Menikillo. Nolette was over there, but Menikillo got by her. Menikillo has a chance to get it to Hansen. Waits for it to get onside. Down the middle, Menikillo. Oh, she fired it just wide. Wow, Hope had Cohen going down, and she tried for the top shelf, and not only did she miss the net, she missed the glass, and that shot had so much angle on it that it went right into the protective netting above the glass. So because it was not forced out by a Queen City player, the faceoff comes outside of the zone. Nieves was there. Nolette beat her to it. That's Kaylee Nolette, 63. But the Rockets make it into a neutral zone scramble. And now the Royals move it in. Knocked down over there was Sky Hardwick. Not a check, just a push. You're allowed to do that. A check is when you make a hit closing a gap. A push is when you don't close a gap. This puck is going to be an icing on the Rockets. So the check is you're closing the gap to make contact and you're making a hit. A push is you make the contact without closing a gap, and then you can use your arms or your body to steer somebody off of the puck. And they have to have the puck. That's a very important designation. You can't just do that when somebody doesn't have the puck. Otherwise, that would be interference. So there's your little rules overview as CC Nieves wins a faceoff and the Rockets try to break out. But they're not doing it with ease. In fact, they're not doing it at all. Centered, and Lacey knocks it away. Brought through the middle of the slot, up, Rizzo trying to break away, couldn't quite get there. Toomey was looking for a pass from Pieri. Rockets move it up. Nieves got a piece of it, but not before the center line, so it's another icing on the Rockets. 8:42 left, period one. Game 3 of the NGHL MLK Tournament in Haverhill, Massachusetts. Rockets up 1-0 on the early goal by Izzy Cook, 81 seconds into the game. A win would set them up nicely for moving forward in the tournament. Excuse me. Puck sent in. It's not an icing. It hit off a couple of players before it got down low. Nolette is going to move it in. That's Vanessa Nolette, 18. Nolette, 18, moves it forward for Flory. Sent down the middle. Tittle was looking to hustle it in, but didn't quite connect on the pass. Jacobus jumps up to try to steal it away from Corcoran. Corcoran grabs it. Corcoran moves in. She has somebody wide open on the left side. Oh boy, she never saw Della Flory, who was all alone. And if she had made that pass, Flory had a golden opportunity right there. So the Royals with perhaps their best chance there on the 2-on-1. And they don't convert, but they do have an offensive zone draw with 7:46 left in period one. Kaylee Nolette versus CC Nieves. Rockets win it, and Connolly moves it up to Menikillo. Rockets have a 2-on-1. Menikillo on the left with the puck. Hansen down the middle. Menikillo gets through one, gets down low. Save off their close angle shot by Cohen. Hope still has it. Centers it. One-timer by Hansen, doesn't get through. Wrist shot by Fox from between the points gets blocked down. Jacobus retreats back. to prevent Emery King from breaking away. King nearly had the breakaway right there, 42. Now the Rockets are changing behind, so Nolette does not have all the clear ice that she saw. Perfect separation, textbook angling by Kira Redmond to get the puck away from Nolette. Nieves breaking in, has Minicello with her. Hope, top of the circle, wrist shot goes wide. Comes to the point and knocked out of the zone across ice. This is going to be Peyton Hockaday. Down the middle for Emery King. King gets down low. King shoots and it hits the post! Did it hit the post or did Lacey make the save? It appeared like it hit the post, but I didn't hear the ringing of the post. There's going to be a penalty now. And it looks like Minicello is going to go off for something. We'll see what the official call is over there by the referee. The signals are being made to the other side. It looks like the interference call. So Minicello is going to go off for interference, or is it? They're having some discussion. The referee is with Coach Jacobus. Rockets are shorthanded for a minute and a half. And because of the penalty being in the offensive zone on the Rockets. Oh. The Rockets putting 2 players in the box. Maybe it's this version of a 2 and 10 against Minicello. And they're going to wait for this scoreboard operator, hopefully, to put it up there. Now, because of the 15-minute periods, the penalties that are minors, they put 2 minutes on the clock for the penalty, but it should be a minute 30. Because of the 15-minute periods, the penalties are 1 minute and 30 seconds. If there's a 10-minute misconduct that goes along with that, it might be 9 or 8 minutes, or it could even just be 10 for the 15-minute period configuration. But it appears that's the case. The Rockets will be killing a penalty for the next minute and a half with 6:27 left in period 1, and the Rockets holding a 1-0 lead. Centering feed, all Rockets there. Ulrich is the one to knock it down, but can't get it out. Shot goes wide, and King tries to pick it up, 36. Wrist shot, sharp angle. Lacey knocks it down with the blocker. Centering feed, and Lacey covers it up with the glove as Tittle was there. Sky Tittle was trying to jam that one in, 81, the lefty. Rockets killing it up front with Ulrich and Rizzo. Matone and Redmond on D. Shot went through traffic. Lacey knocked it down, picked up and skated around the end line by Kaylee Nolette. Picked off in the middle by Rizzo. She dumps it out. She'll try to chase it down herself, 1-on-4. Oh boy, she could have maybe picked that pass off. Ulrich knocks the attempt away, but they do eventually gain the zone. Nolette sends it wide. Didn't have an angle. One-timer goes wide. 27 seconds left in the power play. Nolette, wrist shot. Lacey knocks it down with the logo across the middle of her jersey and never lets it hit the ice. Rodriguez now will join the Nieves up front to kill it. Jacobus and Fox, the defense pair. 21 seconds left on the penalty kill, but then Minicello will still be in the box, probably for the remainder of the period at least, it appears. King couldn't get it through traffic. The Rockets have to deal with it down low. That was Tessa King, 36. Emery is 42. Emery King. Rockets move it up the far boards. Can they get it out? They have about 11 seconds. The penalty clock here is not very clear. The numbers on the bottom don't show up as well. Penalty expires. Haley Connolly had jumped in there to serve it, and she's going to stay right in the middle of the ice. Rockets break out there. A lot of tie-up in the back. Rockets have numbers here if they hustle in. Connolly gets it, sends it down low. Cici Nieves is going to grab it there. Sends it for Fox. Didn't get enough juice on the pass. Picked off by Nolette. They have a 2-on-1. Sent it for Corcoran, trying to get behind the D. Jacobus is back. Jacobus sells out. Centering feed, nobody was there. So the Rockets kill the penalty, but they give the Royals a little life here. Rodriguez blocks a shot, and it deflects out of play. So there'll be a face-off down low to the left side of Emma Lacey as her mom, Dr. Nicole, retrieves that puck from the netting. Boy, it's tough enough to be a goalie mom, but then you have stairs there. She's getting her steps in. Up and down, up and down. Royals win the face-off. Nillette sends it down low, but Ulrich picked it off, and she banks it off the boards on the far side. Hansen's there, knocked it down with the skates. Now it's picked off by Redmond. Can't get it out. Matone has it. Grace Matone's going to break out. Rockets have a 4-on-3, but Matone has to dump it because the Royals kind of stepped up with their defense there and didn't really give the Rockets much of a lane to go through in terms of passing it forward. Hansen looking for Izzy Cook. Cook has the goal in a 1-0 game for the Rockets. Sent out. Retreating back is Matone. Sends it toward neutral ice, but it's picked off there. Brought in by the Royals, but Ulrich steps in. Ulrich and Cook, 2-on-1. If it materializes, it looks like it's going to be a 2-on-2, and now the Royals get back to break it up. Tessa King was the one to break it up. Tessa King now chips it forward for herself. Got past Matone. She's not going to beat Redmond to this one. No icing on that one. Redmond retreats, sends it off the dasher. It goes all the way to the left point, kept in. Loose puck there, and Grace Ulrich sends it out perfectly with perfect touch, so the Rockets can change all 5 behind the play. And as they do that, their back check is perfect, and they will battle for a loose puck in the neutral zone. King and Toomey in white, Rizzo and Nieves in black. Try to move it up. Rizzo picks it up off the feed from Rodriguez. Rodriguez knocks it down to keep it in for a moment, but the Royals are going to try to move it out. Toomey's over there. Eventually Rodriguez gets there. Millette was trying to get through. Rodriguez lost her stick. Rockets move it forward. Fox to Rizzo, dumps it along the end line. Rodriguez trying to get it on the other side. Rodriguez back to Rizzo, comes out. Fox down in the slot, couldn't quite handle it. Was looking to move it on the other side. It's picked off, 2-on-2. Emery King down the middle. Emery King picks it up, tries a backhander. Lacey save, and she covers it. Oh no, she didn't cover it. It's moved out. Rodriguez chips it off the boards, trying to get it to herself. She has Rizzo down the middle. Oh boy, it was broken up by a back check right there. Corcoran got through and knocked it away. Otherwise, Rizzo was alone. Here comes Tittle. She's got a sharp angle for Corcoran. Save off the one-timer by Lacey. Centered in front, nobody there. Rodriguez banks it out. 1:30 left, period 1. Rockets up 1-0. But the Queen City Royals from Charlotte, North Carolina, have put the pressure on here late in the second half here of the first period, if that's confusing enough. We're late in the first period, that's it. The Rockets dominated the first half. The Royals have had a little bit better of things in the second half of the period. Rockets play with it below the end line. Ulrich and Hansen were exchanging it. Matone sends it down low. Ulrich has it out of the corner, under a minute now. Centering feed, Hansen spun it, but sent it just wide. Connolly was there too. Redmond pinches in, wrist shot, goes high, and it scores! It's a redirection! Did Redmond get it or did Hansen get it? Redmond took the shot. It might have been redirected by Hansen, and it is Tootie time. Francesca Hansen redirects the shot past Gabriella Cohen. And the Rockets take a 2-0 lead with 46.7 seconds left in the first period. So Redmond took the shot on the outside of the right circle. Hansen redirected it. It was a high shot. She had to keep that stick blade below the height of the crossbar, and she did it. And it went in. Now the Rockets break out quickly again here. Rizzo has it, looking for Fox maybe at the point. They exchange it. Nieves was trying for the redirection down low. Nieves all the way through to Fox. Kick down, a couple of skates for different teams. This is a potential breakaway, but PJ Jacobus is back there. Doesn't even take it behind her own net as the Rockets have 20 seconds left in the period to work with here, but so do the Royals. Hockaday. 2 Paytons out there. Hockaday 67 in white. Jacobus 21 in black. 8 seconds left. Rockets can just try to put some pressure on here and see where they get it. Nothing's going to happen for the period. That's going to do it. A productive first period for the Rockets. In the first 121, Izzy Cook scored, and in the last 46.7, Francesca Hansen scored. So the Rockets exit period 1 with a 2-0 lead. If you like what you see and you haven't subscribed yet, then now's a good time to do that. So hit that subscribe button and the alerts button, and we upload after pretty much each game a quality copy. We can't always rely on the quality of the live stream. In this case, we happen to be on some good Wi-Fi for the moment. And I think that has made the stream pretty clear, but that's not always the case. And just as a precaution, we, whenever possible, will upload later on a clean copy of the game. So if you have a link to the live stream and you're looking for it a few days later or a day later or something like that, and you can't find it, just go to the regular part of the main page or look in the playlist. That's a good place to look. You look in the playlist for whatever games have been there, and they're usually in order chronologically. We also do coach interviews with Coach Jacobus and I, and that's after most games, not all. For the tournament, we've elected to just do one after each day. So we did one after the second game yesterday. We will do one after the game today, which is in the afternoon at 4:05 Eastern Time. The Rockets against the Princeton Tiger Lilies, a familiar foe. They have now each traveled 4-something hours to play each other in a faraway place for like the 9th time this year to play. So check those out. Rockets started out with Ulrich on the dot, Rodriguez and Rizzo up front, Redmond and Matone on D. Liftoff, period 2. Rockets started out with a 2-0 lead. Corcoran comes in, trying to get through the D. Can't get the shot off. That shot goes in. It's loose in front. Matone was there, shielding her goalie from other players coming in on her. So the first 16 seconds of period 2 have belonged to the Queen City Royals, who trail 2-0. Royals win the faceoff and they try to set up in the offensive zone. Graham's over there, can't keep it in. Rizzo has a one-on-one. Let's see if she can get there before Nolette. Didn't really have the stride. Nolette had the angle and she took the right path to get there. That's Vanessa Nolette, 18. Rizzo picks off one attempt, but not to gain possession. It comes to the point, and this is going to be a 2-on-1. Corcoran has it. She's got Toomey in the middle. Oh, this is a horrendous call. The player, Redmond has the puck. Corcoran tries to cut to the middle, kicks herself down off of the leg of Redmond, and they call a trip on Redmond. Redmond had the puck. How does she get a tripping call when she's playing the puck? That's just a horrendous call, but that's the call. So the Royals will have another power play. Power plays are a minute 30. Hope Minikillo still in the box because of a penalty she had in the first period. In a typical 17-minute period, we'd see a 2-minute penalty and a 10-minute misconduct. She got the 2-minute penalty. I'm not sure how long the misconduct is, but at some point Minikillo will be eligible to leave the box. So the Rockets playing without Minikillo here for a while. and eventually she will repatriate the box and then the ice. She will repatriate the bench and then the ice. Wrist shot blocked away by Jacobus with the shin pad. Hansen and Nieves up front killing it off. That puck just kept in barely by King, Tessa King. Centering feed, knocked away, all Rockets there in the triangle. Wrist shot now, Lacey knocked it down. Rebound is there, but knocked away. Flory had a chance, but the Rockets knocked it away from her. Rockets now retreating back into their own end as Tessa King brings it in for the Royals. One-timer goes wide. That was Nolette 63, who picks it up again. Hounded by Hansen. Fox picks it up over the end line. Whiffed on it there, but secondarily got it up toward Hansen, who tries to move it forward. Royals pick it up. This is Nieves trying to get it through traffic, and she will skate it out through traffic, trying to get it to the center line. Sends that one in, and they're going to call the icing. There were a bunch of sticks there for the Royals. I don't know how that one got in without hitting a stick of a Royal, which would have negated the icing, but the icing is called there. Rockets have a defensive zone draw with 40-something seconds to kill on the power play. I don't know if you could read the scoreboard over there, but where the penalty time is, it's just a lot of the dots on the scoreboard are not working. Ulrich up front with Connolly. Jacobus and Matone, the defense pair to kill off here. The last, maybe, is it 4 seconds, 3, 2, and 1? It's hard to tell what's on the board. That is actually the end of the penalty, so I was off by about 40 seconds. The Rockets get a little confused, but they do have somebody behind the play. It's Cook. Can they spring her? She's still behind the play. Couldn't pull the trigger. Here comes Ulrich. She's got Connolly down the middle, decides to shoot, and it goes wide. Connolly into the near side wall, trying to fish it out over there. Jacobus pinches in from the point. Cook keeps it in. Has Matone. She sends it to Ulrich down low, but has to do it off the boards. Jacobus jumps off. Redmond jumps on. Cook in the slot. Tips it to try to regain it. Wrist shot through traffic. Connolly was trying to redirect it, but let it go wide. Ulrich picks it up, looking. Connolly's on the back door, was waiting for that puck to come back down low, and eventually does read the play and stole it. It comes to the point on the left side. Grace Matone takes it on the slapper. Oh, and it hits somebody. Maybe the goalie got a piece of it. And Grace's brother over there is holding his hands on his head because he wants his little sis to put one in the net. Ulrich toward the net. Cook redirects it. Cohen with the save on a trickler. Here comes a one-on-one break. Matone trying to shield off Corcoran. Corcoran chips it past. Corcoran on the breakaway shot. Saved by Lacey with the stick. She lost the stick after making the save. Casey Corcoran with the breakaway to try to get the Royals on the board. And that's going to be an offside. Very close to being too many on the ice there for the Royals, but just an offside. So this is the second period. They call it the period of the long change, or maybe they called an icing here. I guess it's an icing. Nieves on the dot, Rizzo in the slot. Rodriguez on the right side. Jacobus and Fox, the defense pair. Loose puck, still fighting for it. It comes to the near side wall. Centering feed, Rodriguez pulls the trigger, and it goes just wide after the save. Maybe she got a save. Maybe it went a little bit wide, but the puck was stuck down low. Royals trying to bring it off the board. They do that. They get it to neutral ice, trying to get through traffic was Nolette. Nieves banks it off the board to herself. Rizzo's got a one-on-one, but can't collect the pass cleanly. She's looking for Nieves in the middle. Rizzo looking, still looking, gonna try to steer past Toomey. Goes to the point for Fox, but Nolette was sort of behind the play as it was dubious. This is a bump over here. They're gonna call a penalty on Fox. It's a 2-on-1, Fox hustling back. Shot gets saved, Fox is gonna touch it up and she's gonna go to the box. 10:19 left, period 2. Fox is gonna be in the box for the check or the interference. They call the interference. Could have called the interference or the check right there. Fox stepped in. Pretty easy call for the ref to make there. Menichello's still in the box. I'm not sure what the time would be that she would be able to exit. but she's in there for a penalty in the first period. Got to be about the time that it will expire. So 1:30 on the penalty time because of the 15-minute periods. And if you're just tuning in, that's the first time you're hearing it. And if you've been on the whole time, then you're just getting these succinct reminders each time because it's unusual to have penalties that are a minute 30. The Queen City faithful are cheering on their girls who have a power play but will not be able to set up yet. Connolly up front with Hansen, Jacobus and Redmond, the defense pair, to kill it off. Goes around the boards on the far side. Hansen knocks it down with the skates and chips it back in. The Rockets now have a minute to kill off. Picked off by Hansen. She's looking. She takes the puck and dumps it in to kill off some more time. Good penalty kill here by the Rockets so far. Corcoran, who had the breakaway before, moves it into neutral ice but can't get it into the offensive zone. Nolette, 63, sends it back to King, 36. 2 Kings, 2 Nolettes. 1 Corcoran, who has the puck. She has Tittle on the far side, unmarked. Nobody sees her. And Redmond got to that puck. Didn't even know maybe Tittle was behind her, but got to it nonetheless. Ulrich is going to break it out shorthanded. She's not going to be able to get through the neutral zone with the puck. She will pick it up back in her own end and just loses it here. Flory gets it at the net. And a little hook there afterward to make sure that nobody was going to do anything. And now Menichello has been able to exit the box. She is the freshest player on the ice. And she will be up front on the penalty kill with Luisa Rizzo and Grace. Actually, she's going to be on defense for the penalty kill as Rizzo and Ulrich are up front. Nolette, 63, sent it at the net. That's Carly Nolette. Lacey covers it. Wrist shot, doesn't get through traffic. Nolette picks it up. Wrist shot goes wide. Rizzo is going to get it out of the zone, and the Rockets have killed it off. So Rizzo now up front with Menichello and Ulrich. Fox and Matone on defense. So they sent out essentially 3 forwards there for the last few seconds of the penalty kill because Fox was coming out of the box to join Matone on defense. Errant clear. Rockets have the front of the net covered up pretty well. Tessa King jumps up from the point, and she's got it all the way down low. Tries to center it, but can't get through Fox. Sticks get up there on the stick lift by King, but Fox was strong on the stick. Corcoran loses it to Ulrich, who dumps it. Rizzo is going to jump off. Ulrich's going to jump off. Menichello is going to chase it down. Menichello picks off the puck from Corcoran for a moment. It's a puck battle now in the corner. Emery King gets it. She couldn't get it all the way through the point. Knocked that one out with the right shin pad and nearly sprung her teammate. Looks like Hardwick was over there. So Emery King blocked a shot with the right shin pad and nearly sent Sky Hardwick on her way, but so far the puck luck has not gone the Royals' way. They've had a few power plays here, but they trail 2-0 to the Rockets. Rockets got 2 in the first. 1 very early, 1 very late. The first by Izzy Cook, the second by Francesca Hansen. Nieves on the dot. The aforementioned Cook and Connolly are the forwards. Redmond and Matone on D. Gets through the top of the crease, and the Royals have done a good job putting pucks in the right place and having some possession, but they haven't converted yet, and Emma Lacey is trying to keep that clean sheet. Cook didn't get what she wanted on the shot, but it was enough to get the puck out of the zone. They come in onside for a moment, but the Rockets rebuff their attempt to carry the puck in and move it out through neutral ice. Puck battle right in front of the scorer's table. 3 Rockets and 2 Royals. Picked off there by Connolly. The cross-ice pass leaves it for Cook. who tries to send it in, but it hits a shin pad, and eventually Connolly does get it in, and at least one Rocket hustling off for a change. Minicello out there. There's a trip that they don't call. So the Rockets haven't had a power play yet. They've been in the box 3 or 4 times, depending on how you want to count the penalty to Minicello. These things do tend to even out through the course of a game, so they can be hopeful that will happen. And if they can maintain their lead, maybe they get a few power plays here in the second half of the game, which we are into now. Rockets win the faceoff. Fox tries to keep it in. Nolette, 63, sends it out. This is going to be an icing once it crosses the line, which it does. 6:12 left, period 2. Rockets with a 2-0 lead over the Queen City Royals. Haverhill Valley Ice Arena has 2 rinks, and both of them are darn cold. Rockets win the faceoff. Fox to Jacobus. Jacobus fires a wrister, knocked down by Tessa King. Battled for below the end line by Minicello. A few are over there. 2-on-2. Who's going to win it? Ulrich wins it. Chips it to Jacobus at the point. Had to settle a spinning puck. Tessa King knocked that one away. Tessa King up the near side. Couldn't get it through. Rockets trying to keep it in. This is Ulrich coming down the middle. Wrist shot. It was a flutterer. And Cohen is able to snatch that one. I don't know if it would have gone in or gone over the net, but Cohen just made sure that she got it regardless. 5:34 now. Left, period number 2. Rockets have Nieves on the dot, Rodriguez in the slot, Rizzo on the far wing, Matone at the left point, Redmond at the right point. Face-off 1, Rizzo sweeps it back to Matone. Nieves and Rizzo are going to converge on the end line, but Nolette, 18, is able to get it, and the Royals are able to move it out. Back checking was Rodriguez. That allows for Redmond to get it first, and that puck chipped off of Graham's stick and into the netting that is protecting pucks from going out of play, but obscuring our high-quality 1080 type picture a little bit. Rockets get it out of the zone. Nolette turns. That's going to be an offside. Actually, that was close. It looked like Peyton Hockaday got the stick on it before it hit the blue line there, but I guess they call it offside. So they'll face it off just outside of the offensive zone for the Rockets. Nieves, Rodriguez, and Rizzo up front still. Rockets win the face-off, and Redmond sends it in. Nolette, 18, picks it up first. Rizzo forces her to the middle, forces the turnover to Nieves. Centering feed. Rodriguez tries to backhand it in, but didn't quite get the stick on it first. Corcoran trying to get through. Corcoran trying to get around the D. Gets around one, but Rodriguez back check forces the play where the Rockets want it, which is to the outside. Rodriguez here on a good defensive shift. Picks that one up, sends it to Rizzo. She's 1-on-1 or 2-on-2. Rizzo cuts to the middle. Oh, big play by Nolette. She knocked it away from Rizzo. Otherwise, Rizzo was into the clear. Rizzo and Nieves trying to go back and forth. Matone steps into one. Redirected by Rodriguez in front, but it didn't go through. I think Cohen might have gotten the stick on it. Rizzo behind the end line, looking for somebody in front. Gets through Graham for a moment, but Graham swept it back with the stick. Far side wing. Royals trying to dig it out. Rockets are going to pick it up here. This is Nieves. Grabs it, sends it at the net. Save Cohen. Rebound there, but covers it up before Rizzo could get to it. So good job by the Rockets there, keeping that possession inside the offensive zone when it looked like that was not going to be the case. The Rockets play the Princeton Tiger Lilies in the afternoon game. I think their game with the New Jersey Colonials might be over by this point, but if we get a result on that, we'll try to give you a little bit of the lay of the land in terms of the standings and what that game will mean this afternoon, pending the result of this one. It's going to mean a lot. If there's a regulation winner in that game, they're going to advance to the top 4. And if it goes to regulation and a tie and there's a shootout, that's probably going to change things. So we'll try to figure all that out before we leave you here. But still a period plus 3 minutes and 10 seconds to play. Rockets up 2-0 over the Queen City Royals. They haven't had a power play yet, and they've killed off 4. Royals are going to break out 2-on-1. Here's Nolette, 63. She's got Hardwick down the middle. Jacobus comes down for the back check and forced the shot rather than the pass. So good D by the Rockets to recover. Rockets playing well and aggressively on offense here, and the Royals move the puck very, very well. Their passes are fairly precise. Everybody's kind of in the right spot all the time. They call something here. And Fox is going to be in the box for a high stick. So the Rockets on the wrong to all 5 power plays so far. And the Royals have committed 0 infractions according to the referees. 2:39 left, period 2. This is a huge point in the game right now. If the Rockets can kill this one off, they'll remain in good shape. But if the Royals can convert on the power play, it really changes the complexion of this game. Rockets will get the puck out of the zone. Hansen and Ulrich up front, Matone and Redmond on defense. Ulrich picks this one up. She gets through one, but at least gets the puck out of the zone. We're down to about a minute left on the penalty kill. Penalties are a minute and a half because of the 15-minute periods. Nolette, 63, tries to get through a bunch of Rockets. They converged on her, but they can't get the puck out, can the Rockets? Puck battle in the near side corner. Hansen and Matone stay in front, and eventually they see the puck come right to them. Matone's going to chip this one out. She's looking for some room if she could get it. Nolette, 63, gets it picked off by Matone. Matone's going to take it down low. Center for Hansen, gets tied up in front and couldn't get the shot off. Royals looking to spring somebody here, but they just don't move quite enough, and this is probably going to be an icing if it clears the end line, which it does. 20 seconds left in the penalty kill for the Rockets, and they have what you dream of, a chance to replace their penalty killers and an offensive zone draw with 89 seconds rather, left in the period. Rockets have a 2-0 lead. Rizzo on the dot, Rodriguez in the slot. Redmond at the left point, Jacobus on the right. Nolette wins the faceoff and just skates it right up. Here comes King. Emery King trying to get behind Jacobus. Jacobus back checks enough. Backhand shot and save with the paddle of the stick by Emma Lacey. So the Rockets had sort of the dream scenario to start, but the Royals really flipped that coin the other way as they stole the faceoff and hustled it out to make a scoring chance. They have about 2 seconds of power play time here, so the Rockets need to win this draw, and Rizzo does. Penalty is going to expire, and you'll see Lauren Fox streak into the play from your right. There's a save off a shot down low, and Lacey covers it up. 1:04 left in the period. Rockets have a 2-0 lead, and now I believe that's the 5th power play that they've killed off, and they haven't been on the manpower advantage yet. Face-off battled for. Centering feed knocked away. Royals trying to move that through the danger area, but the Rockets don't let it go. Emery King, she's been big here on these shifts lately. 42. And her parents were graciously helping me out before the game with the roster. This one's sent up for Hansen. Hansen has one to beat, but she doesn't really have the angle. Turns, spins, tries to get it to the middle. Still going. Nieves swats at it one time, two time. It's loose, but it goes just wide. Minicello and Hansen were there. Rockets have 20 seconds to work with. Nieves to Minicello. Backhander. Nieves has it in the skates. Tries to get it through. Centers it. Shot. Kicked away by Cohen. Hansen had it, she thought, and so did I. 7 seconds left. They get it out. Emery King has Fox to beat, and she has the clock to beat. Gets through one. Can they get off the shot? It expires before they can get the shot off. And the Rockets threaten. Boy, what a frantic last 15 seconds there, or 20 seconds of the period, that the Rockets exit happily with a 2-0 lead. Boy, that puck was just in front of not quite a yawning net, but that net was wide open. And Gabriella Cohen with a big save on Francesca Hansen. Hansen looked like she had the left side of the net there. She threw the puck, I think, with the backhand, but Cohen just threw the right pad out and got it with about the toe to keep it 2-0. And every goal is big, even for the Royals. The Royals need to win the game really in regulation at this point, because they haven't had any points through 2 games. And we'll try to break that down for you now. The Royals haven't had any points through 2 games. And from the standpoint of the standings with the 8 teams that are in there, if they're going to need to probably win this game and win their next game to get to 6, and then hope the chips fall the right way. If they can win in regulation, they'll get that 3. If it goes to overtime tied, the most they could get is 2, because if it's tied at the end of regulation, you go to a shootout, and then whatever happens in the shootout, each team gets 1 point, and then the team that wins the shootout gets 2. If the Rockets win it in regulation, that'll push them to 6 points. Do we have a result on the Tiger Lilies game? You could ask. You could ask. Colonials won? Okay, so the Colonials beat the Tiger Lilies 2-0 on the other rink, and that means the Tiger Lilies will have 6 points heading into their game with the Rockets this afternoon. And if the Rockets then can win this in regulation, that will be a straight up game to see who gets into the final round. Lift off, period 3. Rockets up 2-0. And the other thing that could come into play is goal difference. So sportingly, you don't want to run up the score, but when goal difference is a factor, and none of the scores in this whole tournament have been lopsided in any way, shape, or form. Matone picks it off, comes down the middle, but there's a blocked shot by Nolette 18. Wrist shot fired wide by Redmond. Rizzo's trying to pick it up behind the end line. She gets there, takes a stick, taking some slashes over there, but they keep it low. So no calls, just those are stick whacks at the puck. Centering feed, Rodriguez gets tripped, shoots, saved by Cohen, and she knocks it down. The Rockets will have their first power play of the game as Mia Rodriguez draws the penalty. So 14:09 left in the game. The Rockets have a 2-0 lead and their first power play of the game. Nieves on the dot. Jacobus now up front in the slot. Hansen on the near side wing. Fox at the left point. Minicello's going to play the right point. So Jacobus moves to forward for the power play. Minicello moves to the point. Fox through traffic. Wrist shot. Save Cohen. She gloved it down. Not cleanly. She knocked it down with the heel of the glove and then was able to corral it before it hit the ice. Rockets win the faceoff again. This time Hansen got it. Fox and Nieves will exchange it. Nieves tries to shoot it, gets a rebound after Tessa King blocked it. It goes to the far side wing. Tittle gets it out, powering it through, rumbling down and coming to the middle, but the Rockets just back check and lose the puck. There was a bump off. That was clean. Fleury bumped off Jacobus. It wasn't a check. And you don't want the refs to call those things because you want them to just play hockey. Even if it's for your team, they go both ways. Breaking out shorthanded or attempting to was King. Fox had Fleury run right into her. Fleury gets not, and they're going to call a penalty on this. I mean, this is another questionable call. Fleury just ran right into Fox. They didn't even see each other. It's an incidental play. Fleury turned, you didn't even see. Fox turned, didn't see her. What is she supposed to do? Fleury just was in Fox's path. Where is she supposed to go? Hit the hyperspace button in the asteroid machine or something and just disappear. Fox had nowhere to go. Is she supposed to not put up her hands to protect herself? This is just a very dubious call. Very dubious call. The ref saw one player get decked, didn't put the arm up until about a 2 or 3 count later, and either call it right away or don't call it. Well, it's not the NHL, folks, and these are not NHL players or refs or announcers. But this announcer is doing play-by-play and color, so usually the play-by-play guy doesn't inject the color commentary, let alone the Homer color commentary, but that's kind of the role. Got to play all the roles here for you. 4-on-4 hockey has now expired, and the Royals will have their 6th power play. So the Rockets have not made things easy on themselves here. But the refs haven't given them too much help. 12:38 left in the game. Rockets have a 2-0 lead, and they surely would like to hold on to that. First things first, kill off the last minute or so of the shorthanded chance. Cook trying to get it out of the zone and eventually uses the body to do it. Royals have to reset, and they'll do it in neutral ice. Sent in. It's going to be an icing. No. Well, the backside ref, who had a good view, had the icing hand up. The near side ref to where the puck was said no icing, and that benefits the Royals, who have about 30 seconds left on the power play now. Redmond chips it forward. Cook trying to get it out. Cook 1-on-3, works it with Redmond. They send it to Ulrich in the middle. She chips it back, was trying to probably get it deeper. Cook attacking over there as the front forechecker. Royals change. They have about 10 seconds left in the power play. Rockets aren't allowing them to set up much. Hardwick centering for Corcoran, couldn't handle it, looking for Emery King. A lot of exchanges over there, and this is going to be another penalty on the Rockets. I mean, somebody in white falls down and they just blow the whistle here. I mean, these girls are stepping into sticks, and I mean, ref now looking into the stands as the Rocket faithful not pleased with the way things are going. So as soon as one gets out of the box, another goes in. They call Redmond for the trip. And I might be seeing things wrong, but nobody on one side is complaining, that's for sure. Rockets kill it off up front, Nieves and Rodriguez, and Nieves wins the faceoff, can't get it out. Corcoran picked it off. Corcoran's shot goes over the net. Rockets have to rely on the team defense and penalty killing. Wrist shot through traffic. Lacey steers it aside, but Corcoran picks it up. She has Tittle in front and gets it all the way around. There's going to be a whistle here and a stoppage. Let's see what it is. They're going to face it off outside of the zone. Maybe it was knocked down with a high stick. .11:06 left in the third period. Rockets 2-0 leaders at the moment. Nieves is chasing down Nolette. Trying to keep it in is Matone. She does. Battled for along the near side boards. Nieves looking, still with it. This is killing off precious power play time, and if the Rockets could put one in shorthanded, oh boy, that would be something. They've been shorthanded enough. They've basically played more than half the game, it seems, 4-on-5. Nieves works it down low with Rodriguez. They're just killing time, like the Clint Black album. And the Royals are saying this killing time is killing me. And the Rockets have it down to 20 seconds on the penalty kill. 10-15 in the period. They still keep it in. Rodriguez and Matone and Nieves and now Hansen. What a job. Picked off. Rodriguez has Nieves onside, but they call her offside. Nieves got back, but they don't give her the benefit of the doubt. 10:01 left in the third period. 2-0 Rockets. Is this another penalty? I see 2 Rockets in the box. How did that happen? Okay, penalty is over. The Rockets have killed it off. Fox is still in the box. Not sure why Fox is still in the box. I guess maybe they called a misconduct and a penalty that didn't even look like a penalty. So Hansen and Connolly now the defense pair as the Rockets have had to mix it up. Menikillo, Ulrich, and Rizzo up front with 9:26 left and the Rockets holding a 2-0 lead. The one power play the Rockets had was truncated. Here comes Menikillo. Wrist shot saved by Cohen with the stick. Rizzo looking for it. Gets possession. Chips it off the boards to herself as Ulrich picks it up. Ulrich gets to the dot. Ulrich in the slot. Ulrich backhander for Connolly. One-timer through traffic. Oh, Menikillo nearly got the rebound off of Cohen's kick save. That one changed speed and changed direction on Gabriella Cohen, but she was able to kick it away. And she's kept her team in there with a couple of spectacular plays. And you could hear the sigh. One of the Royals just fell down. I mean, she's literally just walked over Connolly's stick and she's looking for a trip. I mean, they've gotten every call in the game. And everyone in the Rockets is just holding their breath waiting for the next one. Every time one of the Royals has fallen, it seems, except for the last 2 right here, the Rockets have been shorthanded. Ulrich chips it for Rizzo on the forecheck. Rizzo didn't quite have the angle over there. It's brought up the near side boards. Rodriguez jumps on. Rodriguez wins the battle, sends it. Redirected, big save by Cohen that redirected. Jacobus, wrist shot. And there's a player down on the near side. It was completely out of my view. And there's a player down for the Royals. So hopefully she's okay. I can't even make out who that is. A couple of knees taken over here. The player is sitting up. Hopefully she is okay as the Rockets go to their bench. And she does get up. That is Carly Nillette. And she's had a fantastic game, 63. So she's gotten up under her own power and she skates it to the bench. Offensive zone draw for the Rockets. Redmond and Matone on D. Nieves up front with Rodriguez and Cook. The Rockets have had to mix it up here with all the penalties that they've had. Fox is still in the box. There's no manpower disadvantage at the moment, but they don't have the benefit of Fox on defense, and they've shifted Hansen and Connolly at times back to D. Matone's shot redirected by Rodriguez, but it goes wide. Rodriguez in the corner has time, sends it to the spot between the points. Redmond tries to backhand it down low. Redmond has to retreat under pressure by Corcoran, and she wins that battle, sends it in for the icing. And the Royals will have an offensive zone draw. So still too early to talk about what the final result could be here. This is sort of a world soccer type of situation where we talk about the tournament and we talk about the standings as they are right now if the game ends with this score. But the Rockets would sign up for that in a minute and a second. Rockets will move it up but not out. Royals are kind of in the position where they have to start to take chances here because they need a regulation win to keep themselves alive. Here's a chip. Rizzo has a chance to beat the defense, but it's going to go all the way to the far side. Sharp angle shot. Cohen gloves it down easily, and the Rockets draw the offensive zone face-off with 7:11 remaining in the game. Should the game end regulation in a tie, there would be a shootout. Goes right to a shootout, no overtime, and the shootout winner would get 2 points for the game, and the shootout loser would get 1. Menicello, her shot is blockered away by Cohen. Centering feed, good protection there by the Royals. Queen City Royals from Charlotte, North Carolina. In white, the Rockets in black. Flory comes down, gets down low. Shot was blunted by Jacobus. Centering feed, redirected. That's Nolette 63. She was the one that was down before, so it's good to see her back out on the ice. Maybe just had the wind knocked out of her. Connolly is going to grab this one and skate it in. Couldn't get through the middle. Pass. Menicello's there. Pop up. Loose puck. Menicello going to try to walk out of the corner with it, but Tittle has it there. She's tied up Connolly. Here comes Nolette. Hansen there. Steers the player off and deftly sends it out up the middle. Menicello gets through one. Tittle coming across. Menicello gets through her. Menicello down the slot. Gets through Tittle again. Menicello down low. Shot! Big save by Cohen. She got the blocker on it. Menicello was looking to make it 3-0. 6 minutes left. Corcoran's down the middle again. Corcoran gets down low. That was Nieves who got a stick on it just in the nick of time. Casey Corcoran had a breakaway earlier in the game and was denied by Emma Lacey. She basically had a breakaway there, but Cece Nieves hustled back and got the blade of the stick just in time on the shot by Corcoran. Offensive zone draw with 5:53 left for the Royals to work with against the Rockets, who have a 2-0 lead. Nolette, 18, tries to send it through traffic, but Nieves knocks it down. Matone up to the point. Rizzo got a piece of it, but so did Nolette. So this is not an icing. This is a live puck. Graham hustling back to get there. She sends it around the boards, but Nieves jumped in. It took a funny bounce off the boards, and that favors the Royals. Corcoran is going to bring it through neutral ice, but not into the offensive zone. Nieves trying to spring Rizzo, but two Royals converged on her just in time. Matone tries to get it to Rizzo. Corcoran has it. This is Redmond, sends it up. Rizzo's trying to get away from Nolette. Redmond over there. Near side wall. Nieves up for Rizzo. Got one to beat. Beats her. Has Rodriguez. Is going to try to get it through. Oh, big play by Graham. As the Royals are starting to take a little more of a chance here. Rizzo picks that one off. Oh, and she couldn't corral it cleanly. Otherwise, she would have walked in. This is going to be an icing unless it dies on its end. And Redmond was close to being there, but the Rockets will take the offensive zone draw with 4:51 left. Now, typically we talk about the score difference. When it's 3, you start to take chances if you're the team trailing. You start to get out of your normal mode of play with about 5 minutes left. If it's a 2-goal deficit, you start to do that with about 2:30 left. And if it's a 1-goal difference, usually about 1:30 left is the time that you want to take chances. There was a tackle right there. It's a first down for the Carolina Panthers. Oh no, it's hockey. Jacobus brings it back for Connolly. Connolly moves it up. Jacobus and Hansen now the defense pair. Shot is saved by Cohen, and she gloves it down. The Rockets can just keep putting them on goal right there and taking these offensive zone faceoffs. So there's 4:25 left in the game. The Royals essentially have to play this like a 3-goal deficit because they need a regulation win if they want to stay alive for the medal round on Monday. The Rockets do want the regulation win because that keeps them in control of their own fate for getting to the semifinals. Royals will bring it out. King trying to spring Hockaday, but picked off. Rodriguez up to Menichello. Menichello tees it up, blocked away, and it gets toward the net and covered up. So Emma Pieri blocked the shot. Didn't ever really let it get on goal. And the Rockets again will have an offensive zone draw. They will keep taking these offensive zone draws here. And if they lose them, they can immediately hustle into a defensive posture. Nieves on the dot, Rodriguez in the slot, Menichello the left wing. Loose in front, Rodriguez shoveled it at the net and Cohen had to kick save it. Nieves trying to turn, sends it to the point, redirected, still shoveling it. Menichello couldn't get the puck to sit down where her stick was. Matone picks that one off in the center logo. It's loose as she sends it in. The Royals knock it out. Corcoran trying to get it, but can't get through. Tittle trying to corral it. Matone picks it up. Nieves has a chance to keep carrying it in. CC does that. We're down to 3:30. Centering feed on the other side, and that was tapped forward by Rizzo. She maintains possession. The Rockets can just possess it if they want. That would work. Wrist shot knocked away by Fleury's left pad. Royals trying to get it out of the zone. Rizzo has it, turns, looks, shoots, save, Cohen, rebound, she lets it. It never hit the ice. Big save by Gabriella Cohen. On the shot by Luisa Rizzo, drawing the rebound there, she thought. But it never hit the ice. Rizzo was following the shot too. It would have been her own rebound. Ulrich on the dot. Cook helps her win it. Matone grabs it to Redmond. Wrist shot. It maybe hit off of somebody's head there. Chipped into the near side corner. Rizzo gets it, looking. Sends it across to Redmond. Tees it up. Wrist shot redirected. Saved by Cohen. She got the glove on it but couldn't corral it. 2:45 left. Rockets up 2-0. Keep that 0 on the board is the mode as they break out 2-on-3. Rocket team defense in full effect right here as Ulrich has it. Looking for time and space, spinning around. Still has it, chipped it up, picked off Nolette. Wrist shot goes wide. Carly Nolette. Ulrich just needs to get it out, sends it for Rizzo. Rizzo's going to steer it out. She's 2-on-3. Gets it over the center line. Nolette turns, and both Nolettes are there, 18 and then 63. And then Hardwick picks it up as Rizzo's going to hustle off for the change. With 2 minutes left in the game, Nieves sends it forward and allows the Rockets to cleanly complete a change. You want complete, solid changes at this point in the game. You don't want to make any mistakes here. Corcoran trying to get through. Wrist shot by the Royals, doesn't get through. King trying to center it with the backhand, Emery King. Corcoran tries to center it. Lacey knocked it down. It's loose in front. Hansen got to it. Hansen pins off King, sends it up the near side boards, and it's out. Menichello's going to hustle. She's got a 2-on-1 if she gets to it first. She's trying to get through. Connolly's in front. Never gets to her. That's sent in. It should not. So the Rockets get a break right there. It shouldn't have been an icing. It looked like it touched. It was right through the wickets of one of the Rockets, Hansen. Fox is now out of the box, and the Rockets, I guess, had 2 10-minute misconducts. The Royals are going to switch goaltenders now. Lillian Dubois has entered the net for the last 1:13. Rockets win the face-off. Fox will take it out of the zone. She's with Jacobus now. The Rockets back to full and even strength. And there's still enough time for this to go wrong for them, but now with a minute left, it's really just a matter of keeping it where it is. Big save there off the close angle shot. So Lillian Dubois gets some action 21 seconds into her entrance into the game. Nieves up front, Menikillo in the slot, Hansen on the left side wing, Fox on the left D, Jacobus on the right D. 50 seconds more for the Rockets. If they put another one in, that would help their goal difference, and they certainly don't want to allow one. At this point, it would be unlikely that they give up the win, but here is a potential breakaway stop by P.J. Jacobus. Tittle was maybe behind the defense if Jacobus didn't knock that one down. Menikillo picks it up, tries to send it forward. Tittle picks it off, and that was Flory that actually interrupted her own player's movement. Rockets can now bring it in. Menikillo dumps it. 15 seconds. It's still worth taking any kind of shot at the net because of the goal difference thing. But the Rockets are going to bag this W and the 3 points and set themselves up for an afternoon battle as it's sent in and it goes wide. No icing. Final score, the Rockets beat the Queen City Royals 2-0 on the shutout for Emma Lacey, Emma Vezina, number 7 with the clean sheet for the Rockets. Izzy Cook scored 121 into the game. Francesca Hansen scored with about 47 seconds left in the first period on a redirected shot by Kira Redmond. So Redmond with the shot, Hansen with the redirection. That was the final. It stood up. The Rockets will play 4:05 on Sunday afternoon against the Princeton Tiger Lilies. And if that game ends in regulation, the winner, actually, regardless of which way it ends, the winner will advance into the semifinals on Monday. There's an 8-team tournament, and the top 4, 1 versus 4 and 2 versus 3, will play on Monday. And 5 versus 6 and 7 versus 8 will play a single game for classification. So I believe that in the case of a regulation decision, that the winner, I think mathematically, will advance to the semifinals. And if it goes to the end of regulation in a tie, there's a shootout, and the shootout winner will get 2 points, and the shootout loser will get 1. So considering both teams will enter the game with 6 points, regardless of how the win happens, the winner of the game will finish ahead of the loser of the game. Now, if 8 points, I believe 8 points should be enough to get the winning team, even in a shootout situation, into the semifinals. I will have to double check that, but I believe it will be enough. But it could come down to, if it's a shootout, the winner of the shootout would be the one to advance, and the loser would be playing in a classification game. So a lot on the line at that time, and that game will run into the Giants versus Vikings playoff game, which yours truly will be wanting to monitor. As much as I love Rockets hockey, I also love New York Giants football, and I want to watch my team a little bit be in the playoffs for the first time in 6 years, or 7 years, something like that, 6 years. So that will be an interesting time, and we will be back here with you at that time. And after that game, we'll do a coach interview post-game with myself, Joe Rizzo, and Jeremy Jacobus, the Rockets coach. For now, it's a good result and a good start to the day for the Rockets. They come up with a 2-0 victory over the Queen City Royals from Charlotte, North Carolina. We will be back with you later on. If you haven't subscribed, now's a good time to do so. And when we go live or upload a better quality copy of this game, you will be alerted to that. And when we upload the coach interviews, you will get those as well. So we appreciate your support from here on in and from the past as well. From Haverhill Valley Ice Arena in Haverhill, Massachusetts, this is Joe Rizzo. Thanks for watching New Jersey Rockets Girls Hockey.